Hello, my name is Glenn Dyer, and you were watching a Dyer-Situation. Today I'm seeing The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. So, before yesterday I had only seen the first movie, so last night I went through and watched the other two just to catch myself up. So here's my opinions on all of those. First one, I didn't get the hype around it. It seemed kind of meh to me. The shaky cam action scenes were annoying, the concept was ludicrous, and I just didn't get it. It wasn't for me. So that's why I didn't watch the other ones. However, last night when I saw Catching Fire, I like Catching Fire quite a bit. That's because they took that really dumb concept and kind of made something new out of it, and like advanced it and, you know, made it into something that was kind of cool. And, you know, great character development and great acting and great everything in that movie. So, that was like the Empire Strikes Back of this series from what I can tell. And Mockingjay Part 1 felt like Part 1. I know Harry Potter did it. I know. And Harry Potter made a lot of money, and that's what Twilight and this movie and what Infinity War is thinking too. Splitting movies into multiple parts that aren't necessary makes more money. That's true, I guess, but God, it's annoying. Say what you want about Mockingjay, it felt like half a movie. It felt like half of the amount of stuff in a regular movie happened. And that's probably what's going to happen in this movie. It's going to be the other half of it. And it's going to be over 2 hours long. So yeah. Sad to say that Catching Fire got me excited, and then Mockingjay Part 1 got me unexcited again. So it's kind of balanced itself out, I guess, to where I'm back to being neutral about Mockingjay Part 2. I don't know, I guess I'm mildly interested in seeing how it concludes. I'm presuming they're going to win, but that's about it. So, yeah, not particularly looking forward to it. I don't know, maybe if Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 were one movie, I would have been looking forward to it, but whatever. Let's see how it goes. Ugh, why did they split this into two movies? Granted, if I were to rate them all on a scale, I'd probably go up from favorite to least favorite. It would probably be Catching Fire, Mockingjay Part 2, Mockingjay Part 1, and the first movie. I still don't like the first movie that much. And yeah, but still, this one, it wasn't a full movie. That's the problem. It had some cool stuff in there. It had some cool imagery. It had some cool revelations. It had a pretty good ending. But it's half a movie. Jeez, it's so annoying. There was a scene where this fucking square gets flooded with oil, and it's supposed to drown them. It's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. That could have been so awesome, but instead, there's so much padding in this movie that it's kind of diminished. It's a real shame. But there's plenty of parts in this I like. I like it because it kind of stretches the idea of what a PG-13 could get away with. Because there are scenes where children get freaking murdered. Granted, it's off camera, you never actually see any dead children, but they're talked about, and you see, like, bombs dropping on them, so I remember almost giggling when, this makes me sound like a terrible person, but when there was a group of a big shootout, and like you see this little girl like over her dead mom and going, "Mama." I'm sorry. No, I am not. I do not find pleasure in the idea of children being without parents or children dying. It's just, with movie ratings, children are untouchable objects. Like, if a child dies in your movie, it's a big deal. For, like, ratings-wise. I think there's an actual rule that if a kid is, like, killed on screen, not just like alluded to, but like actually you see a kid get shot on screen, that's like an automatic R or something like that. You can't see a kid get violently killed, it's automatic NC-17. It's like they're so they're so untouchable. In video games, you can't kill kids unless you want an AO rating, which is adults only. It's the video game equivalent of NC-17. And you know, I'm not for killing kids, but the fact that you can't makes it so much more tempting. I know. Still sounding like a terrible person, probably. But I don't know. I find childlike pleasure in when movies are actually able to do that. And yeah, as I said, the ending was satisfying. Pretty much what it needed to be, although a little out of nowhere and a little over the top. The great thing about this movie is that it really doesn't seem to glorify the idea of like fighting oppression or anything like that, because this movie really does seem to kind of delve deep into the idea of how consumerism affects the world. Like, this movie series, I should say, because the whole Hunger Games thing, the way you survive is honestly by marketing yourself and having the crowd want you to survive. Kind of like an advanced version of Rome. And even in the Rebel Resistance, she's not like Katniss Everdeen, which is a stupid name, but she isn't like a strong leader who's come up with the whole rebellion or something. She's being used for propaganda pictures. She's a tool for the resistance, and on both sides she's just used as a figurehead to sway public opinion. And that's interesting, because that's pretty real world, even though the situation and the details of the dystopia are not very realistic. And I like that. That's what science fiction should do, really. It's just kind of present problems in our own society and put it into a more fantastical setting, so it's easier to digest. So, yeah, I think it succeeds in that. So yeah, I liked it. That's the short story. I liked it, and I would recommend it wholeheartedly if it was combined with part 1 and was a full movie. And until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching A Dyer-Situation.